So you finally give us a beautiful black dark-skinned family, representation we've been begging for. But then you slap us across the face with the 1950s storyline laced in black trauma. And to make it worse, 99% of your writers are white. I mean, what could be scarier than that?
Nope. That's right.
What's up? What's good, y'all? What's sizzling? It's your fave frustrated creative, Sholay, signing in for another video. Welcome back. How y'all doing? Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much. Like, literally, y'all see the progression every single day on my channel? Yeah? You're starting to see it too? Like, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Like, honestly, thank you. If you're new to my channel, hi, hello, hola, my name is Sholay, and this is my creative entertainment channel where I post social, cultural, and movie commentary. Now let's jump into this video. Wait. I'm tired of the scenery. I feel like we need to change it up a little bit, don't you think? All right. Let's try this again. Okay, purr. I like this. I like this a lot, wow. Anyways, let's jump into this video. Well, today I want to talk about the exploitative nature of the film and TV industry, basically making a genre out of trauma. Someone had to say it. But first off, I want to go into black trauma because it seems as though people want to go ahead and remind black people of where they come from or put them down in some kind of way by showing all sorts of traumatic experiences possible that black people can go through in film and television. Like, why? We have seen a plethora of traumatic movies, but they tend to have different subcategories, which I'll break down. First, we got the slavery movies, where the N-word is thrown around like a flippin' boomerang, and there's some kind of white savior or coon hiding around the corner to either cause some kind of havoc or save someone. Then we got the segregation movies that are usually around the times of the 1950s to the 1980s, where basically you have a black family moving into neighborhood or black family in a predominantly white area, and they just go through all sorts of gruesome and terrible experiences, all in the guise of, I don't want black people in my community. Like, grow up. Then we got the toxic family movies where the parents or the whole entire family is against the protagonist, the main character, under the guise of, oh, we love you, we care about you, and you're forever indebted to us because your family. And they always seem to exhibit some kind of emotional or physical abuse against that person, which is then detrimental to their growth in life, and it literally marks them wherever they go. Then we got the gang movies with one or more overly aggressive, trigger happy gangsters that are so quick to get angry at any given moment, and someone around them due to association ends up getting hurt or deleted from the face of the earth. I'm trying to stay away from the M word, if you get what I'm trying to say. And the most infuriating subcategory out of all of these are the police brutality movies, where you end up having a black person being pinned to the ground by a police officer and end up getting deleted off the face of the earth for little to no charges. Anyways, let me leave that. With these subcategories well defined, I wanted to go over the two upcoming releases from Amazon Prime and Netflix, and we can see them as clear depictions of black trauma. Amazon Prime is releasing a limited series called Them, which sounds like a knockoff of Us, but anyways. It's centered around a black family who moves from North Carolina in the 1950s to an all-white Los Angeles neighborhood during the period of the Great Migration. The Great Migration, also known as the Great Northward Migration, or Black Migration, was a movement from 1916 to 1970 when 6 million African Americans went from the southern countryside of the USA to the northwest, midwest, and west side. And this was because of the racial segregation that was happening in the States. That's still happening in the States, but anyways. At least the demographic changed significantly across the United States, and it helped the living conditions for the black people living there. Somewhat. For the family and them, their beautiful house then turned into a horrible battleground for malicious forces both next door and the powers that be to go ahead and taunt them, make them feel inferior, and potentially destroy them. And when I saw the trailer, I felt like I was actually going through the trauma myself, because my goodness. And when Black Twitter saw it, oh my child, all hell broke loose. People were upset because it's like, why are you going ahead to showcase this kind of imagery to us when we're going through such social unrest. Like, how insensitive could you be? And if you expect me to put the trailer in my video, hey, not me at you. The trailer is down in my description bar. It's not gonna be in this video. Sorry. I love my sanity. You should love yours as well. As for Netflix, they're dropping a short film that actually got nominated for a Best Live Action Short in the Academy Awards. And it's called Two Distant Strangers, where this man attempts repeatedly to get back home to his dog. He's actually a cartoonist too as well. And he keeps on reliving this one scene, this one altercation with the cops over and over and over again, trying to change the story. It reminds me of the Spike Lee film that was picked up by Netflix, I think 2 years ago, of two young science prodigies who go ahead and meddle with time travel with their backpacks. But coincidentally, her brother also lost his life in the hands of the police, and she goes back repeatedly trying to change the story and risking their lives, because we all know with time travel, if you mess around too much with it, you can do something that's irreversible and affects your present life while you're going back and everything. Anyways, it just seems like you want Black people to be wishing that they got a reset button, even though we know that's all not possible. My main gripe with Black trauma films is that we've been begging for an influx of Black thriller, Black mythical creatures, werewolves, vampires, you name it. We've been begging for it, but instead y'all give us films that are centered around racial segregation, racial discrimination, race-related content. Each time, people always complain that Black people make everything about race, but then choose to give us race-related content in everything we do. Why? I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, I don't even feel as though I can get mad at these movie directors or these screenplay writers, because they're actually coming up with these thoughts and these movies, but they don't ever get picked up because it's not on some race-related type thing. Can you imagine? So disrespectful.
The idea for the movie is really just three wizards in an apocalyptic future trying to save the universe. And to be honest, I really think that we can cast some Black leads. Okay, so the main villain is a racist and wants to wipe out the entire Black race. That's what the three heroes are trying to save. No, the villain's actually just motivated by wealth and greed, not racism. You mentioned Black leads though, so do they have to go back to like slavery times or segregation times in order to save this universe? Where's the racism? Black leads, yes, but there's no reason for racism in the story. It's not necessary. Are you saying put Black leads in a movie with no Black trauma? No. Wow. Okay.
I ain't got no issue if you're making some race-related content. That's totally fine. I'm not here to judge. But my thing is, why is it a constant trend each time? It's always some person getting hurt, some person getting shot, some person getting deleted off the face of the earth. Why? Under the hands of some cops or Black people that look just like them. Always some kind of traumatic imagery. And more often than not, we're now seeing white directors going ahead to take these movies up. And I'm just like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Like, I understand for Black directors, they want to go ahead and possibly play a story to us and everything, and how they can make it look artistic. I totally get that. But what is a white movie director going ahead to direct a race-related movie for? What? Man, I understand. Make it make sense. And the unfortunate thing is that when we do get content, movies, TV shows that are actually positive messaging towards Black people and is not surrounded by race-related content that makes us feel degraded, it doesn't get promoted. It doesn't get enough budget to be pushed out to large amounts of people. You just hear about it once and that's it. Why? Like, can you honestly name me 5 amazing Black films or TV shows where there is good promotion, strong Black representation, and little to no race-related content? Can you? But don't think that Black trauma movies is where it stops. Oh honey, that's only the beginning. Because we also saw those kind of similar themes in the early 2000s and late 2010s. And two pieces of work I really wanted to highlight were Jennifer's Body and 13 Reasons Why. The sick part of these two pieces of work are that they're based in high school. Are we ever gonna talk about Hollywood's sick obsession and fetish to see high schoolers suffer? To see high schoolers act out sexual activity and mental illnesses in the most extreme form possible.
Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help!
Jennifer's Body is basically a quick rundown of a young teenage beautiful girl who's a cheerleader who found herself going to a concert but then went through a traumatic experience and she ended up being possessed by a bloodthirsty man-eating demon. It's literally synopsis. Okay, I'm trying not to laugh because it's actually serious, but that's basically the synopsis of the film. That's what they were giving us in 2009. I watched it as a young kid, and I can tell you that I'm still traumatized till this day. She essentially wanted to take revenge on what happened to her to inflict the same kind of pain that she went through, if that makes any sense. Where does this storyline sound familiar? Where you get violated in the worst way possible, turn into a horrible monster that never sees peace or love again. Sound familiar? Anyways, tell me your guesses down below. As amazing and revolutionary as this film was, this movie is a hazard. It's an issue. I'm not talking about the whole sacrifice part that happened to her. I'm talking about the fact of going ahead to now act on your own traumas and inflicting pain on other people and not properly getting help for yourself. They kind of glamorized her into being this amazing, sexy, badass feminist who was going ahead to, take revenge and take back the power. While homegirl was still upset, going through anxiety, depression, and an out-of-body experience, but not really telling anybody or doing anything about it, just acting out on sheer pain, suffering, and agony. I honestly believe that this movie, in a sense, exploits the girl's pain and kind of makes her look mischievous and horrible, not understanding the fact that because of what happened to her, that's the reason why she's going through what she's going through. Now, with 13 Reasons Why, it's another young girl in high school, Hannah Baker, who went ahead to explain why she self-deleted herself and left 13 reasons why she did it. I mean, I read the book and I even had a chance to listen to a couple tapes when I was in high school because I did this for novel study as it's normal, and it was an actually really good book, but then they went ahead to make a series out of it. Someone needs to put Netflix on a leash because y'all can't be going ahead to make adaptations of comic books and books in general and think it's okay to just make one season that actually correlates to the actual book and then make 3 or 4 other seasons that are complete rubbish, that just go off in a tangent and y'all make it into whatever y'all want to make it. But it doesn't make no. Anyways. Someone put Netflix on the leash. That's all I'm asking. It's as if they normalized her story so much so that it lost its significance over time. Like, we even had her in the whole entire series showing up, just making it seem as if you can come back, you can talk to your friends. And once you leave, you leave. Once you leave, you leave. Let's not glamorize deleting ourselves off the face of the earth. Let's not go ahead and make it seem as if you can come back. You can't. That's the issue, And it didn't show any progressiveness of her going ahead to get help or talking to anyone. She just was so secluded. And I understand, yes, it's a reality, but constantly having these depictions of TV shows and films of people just staying to themselves and allowing their pain to eat them up is not exactly what you want to show to your adolescent/teen audience. Now let's actually talk about the detrimental effects that these movies/TV shows are having. It is literally making trauma a storyline, a plot line, and a personality in itself, which is a problem because now people think that they can go ahead and make that the whole entire life story. They can go ahead and use it as a personality trait. Sweetie, your trauma shouldn't be your whole entire existence. It shouldn't be something that you go ahead and use as a way to make yourself a victim for your whole entire life. And we really need to speak about how people are allowing the things that happen in their life and how they turn it into personality traits. Like, oh, that's a video idea. Let me stop. I'm just coming out with video ideas out here. It's not showing people how to go ahead and get help. It's not showing people on going ahead to share their traumas, to share their experiences, to share their triggers, to share on the things that are going on in their lives with their friends and their family that actually care about their mental state. It's just hoard, act, repercussion, reaction. Okay, what do I do now? That's exactly what we're seeing reoccurringly. And one show that I actually have to give their props to them is Grand Army. As one of the characters in the show actually went through a traumatic experience, and we saw the mental illnesses that came about, all their behaviors, and we saw how they later then got help, later then went ahead to report the incident, do what was good by them, and then find coping mechanisms for them to get through the actual trauma. Addressing your traumas and addressing your triggers really will help you, and having trigger warnings everywhere will not help you move forward. And Madison Brown's new video that she dropped on trigger warnings, I'll link it up above. Amazing video, by the way. Y'all should check it out. I understand it's difficult to move forward when you've been through something traumatic, but then using it as lord over your life will have you making so many mistakes more than anything. Exploiting people's pain and suffering to tell a story is not helping anybody, when we should be encouraging more good movies that, yes, they can use trauma, they can use pain and suffering and agony as a way for character development, as showing that we as humans are progressive. We cannot be stagnant if we want something to change, if we want to do more, if we want to do better. So portraying it in our movies and seeing how movies do affect our lives, TV shows affect our lives, we should incorporate that in the way that we go ahead and tell these stories. I'm going to put some links down below of some articles that are around the same topic. Also, I'm going to be giving some resources to people who would like to get some help or seek ways on how they can get over their traumatic experiences, because we can all get some help out here, especially with the times that we're in. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. And if you've gotten to the end of this video, let me know, what is your favorite movie at the moment? What is a movie that you're really clamoring to watch, or a movie that you just got a chance to watch that just dropped or you didn't get a chance to see? I just recently watched Frozen 2 and I'm obsessed with The Lost in the Woods because, yeah, it is good. It's good. When it comes to animation, I'm your girl. But be sure to comment down below and let me know what you think about this kind of theme. What are concepts that you also see with this, discrepancies? Let me know down below. And follow me on my other social media platforms, because that's where you also get updates on when I'm posting, and you get to give me your actual opinions on what kind of videos I should post. Alright, y'all, it is your favorite frustrated creator, Sholay, signing out of this video. And remember, God made you special and he loves you very much, and you can do anything you set your mind to. Alright, y'all. Peace. Shorts. Why are y'all speeding? I'm trying to film. I have to do this either early in the morning or at night, because this is trash, honestly. I understand this is when they go and pick up kids, but like, bruh, I'm trying to film. It's Midwest. I'm trying to film, child. Can you hurry up? I literally see them right beside my house. So I have to wait because they suck. Any day now. Could you get the garbage and go? Or are you just chilling? Okay, anyways, I gotta film this video. Oh yeah, if you didn't already know, I'm an avid ice eater. Avid. But these chunks are so big right now. Okay, they've got a little one. Ooh. Yeah, I love ice. But I prefer when it's in huge chunks and then I go ahead and like wait for them to melt and then eat them. I feel like crushed ice takes the fun out of it, but anyways, that's just me personally. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Bring it back.